Okay, well, this is my get a little bracket I'm doing. It's going to be a retaining bracket for the intercooler pipe and a breather little port. Right now, doing thermal wrap because I really don't want to paint it. It's easy stuff. I'm only going to do it like a short video. Getting edges first. Do edges, then I can get the flat bits. Well, it's pretty simple. I'll do this bit. Just going up about half. Folding it down on these parts. This corner bit though, doing some relief cuts with an X-Acto. So when it folds over, it'll get a nice bit going. So I'm making that one going this way, and other side going the other way. Then fold it down over itself. It's not the best. Get all the edges first, then I can just get the flats. Cut it out, you know. Still trying to keep the markings open for where the bolts are going to go through, so I'm going to poke it if I ever go over it with the screws. Simple stuff. I don't know, anybody that's done this before, it's pretty simple. I don't honestly know what I'm doing on this channel. Just a hobby of mine. Building what I can, sharing some kind of knowledge. And this is, I don't know, proof that it doesn't have to be expensive stuff. 90% of the stuff I'm using is totally eBay. Well, mostly Amazon, but still. Amazon, eBay, cheap parts because I'm a dad on a tight budget. And I know a lot of people that do project cars. Either you're single with nothing better to do, go get a girlfriend. Or you're a dad, you got nothing else to do. Either way, it's all fun. I do this because it's my hobby, something I like to do, and I really do like doing it. I'm trying to get around this corner bit. It's going to be a weird fold when I do it. Relief cuts are a must, so let's see if I get this piece in there first. See? Goes all the way around. Determining your relief cuts is kind of a pain, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy once you get the groove of it. But what I try not to do is like how I cut this one right here. Let's see if I get a better. Yeah. So how I did this one, it cuts right here. I don't want it exactly on the other side of the same spot, because that'll be a problem. So what I'm going to do is cut it a little ways down. So you have some kind of gap between the two. So I can make it down to the line. Okay, so I have some kind of gap. So then I'll fold that one over. I'll make this cool little pocket thing here. This is going to fold in like that, and that'll fold over it. So it's going to totally encapsulate that little corner bit. And now it's all just cutting and folding. That's all you can do. This is just a quick video. Got my little one asleep right now. So, me and the little man, it's a last minute shopping to do before holidays kick off. And then be too busy to go do any shopping. So doing my best to get as much stuff done as possible. See, that was a weird bend. And pieces like this, do a slight overlap. I do like 1 centimeter. So, quick, simple stuff. I'm gonna pause it and record back in a bit. So you're not watching me do this whole thing, okay? Alright, so did all the edges. Just a really big freaking pain. Now, cut a couple of these out and just go long ways on them. So at least most of the edges are covered. Actually, did I go too far on that one? I don't want to go too much, so actually we could do them in halves. So I'm gonna go long ways. So I'm just gonna go just like that. Nice long bits, one side at a time. Mainly one side at a time so I could poke those holes through. Just finding a piece for this. Doesn't have to be too perfect, honestly. As long as you have a little bit of overlap. And then there's a screw that I had. Honestly, I feel like I need a new workspace. But I probably do. So I'm just going to use a random screw. Make sure that the holes that need to be holes are still there. because I'm going to go through after a bit, make the holes a little bit bigger, and go from there. So, just continue the process, really. See if this is good enough to do these wide parts. Here's squirrels and stuff overhead. Try to make it as clean as possible. It's the name of the game right now. See, starting to come together. Just got to look good, that's all. And of course, make sure the holes are where they need to be. Alright, on to the next piece. And this stuff's cheap. I got it on Amazon for, what was it, 12 bucks for 2 rolls? And they're 50-foot rolls, so 100 rolls of thermal insulation tape for a decent price, honestly. Whoever's watching this, which I have no idea if anyone's watching this shit. What do you guys do for a living? You know, I need a new career path. I just do this as a hobby. It's 100% sure not gonna make money doing this, so it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Just something to do, I guess. I think that's another hole. Okay. I do this because I get bored. I get bored real easily. An old man got to have a hobby. Car's my dream car anyways, so it's a big plus for me being able to work on my dream car. Try to pre-cut this one. See if pre-cutting it makes a bloody difference. Might not. Who knows? These videos are probably boring because I don't know how to edit stuff. I haven't done video editing in 20 years. That was when I was in high school, which is a long time ago, you know? Now I get the older, I guess, my parents' and grandparents' generation, when they always say times have changed. Look what's changed in my generation, you know? I was born in the 80s. Late 80s, but it still counts. Definitely still counts. So I was born in the 80s, and you guys remember Walkmans? I remember when CD players first started coming out. Was there guess not really with the release of the Nintendo. I was there with the release of the 64. PlayStation first came out. Greatest generation of cars ever was in the 80s and 90s, honestly. Can't tell them any different because today's cars suck. Majorly suck. All these kids thinking their mama's Dodge Challenger or whatever's, you know, the shit and whatnot. Go build something. I don't mind Dodge. But if you don't put your time and effort into something, it ain't shit. When you build something yourself, that's when it really gets you. And that's when it's like, damn, I built this. And honestly, to anyone that's ever done that, it's a great feeling. I had a car I built a couple years ago. Now, if I recorded all of that build, I think it would have been a little more entertaining. Lots of hiccups. It was a 79 Volkswagen Cabriolet, 09 Audi A4 18T in there. Sheesh. A little over 300-ish horsepower. Maybe 4. I built everything on that, and I never recorded a damn thing. It's a full micro squirt. Building a harness was interesting. I mean, not my best of work, but learning process. What else? So that was a 18T. I had a mix of freaking everything in that. Ford, I think it was a 250 diesel or something like that. Took that turbo, was using it on there. Had Ford injectors, Corvette coil packs. It was like an LS1 coil packs. Like, it was definitely a Frankenstein build from hell. A little bit of everything. And it was one of the funnest cars I ever had. So, my dumbass wanted to upgrade. So, traded it for a Audi A6 2.7 twin turbo. Pretty nice car on the outside. Too bad the owner was a piece of shit and sold me a piece of shit. Fixed what I could on it and went and sold it. Sold it to brother-in-law, friend of mine. Supposed to do payments, never did. Not really, anyways. I guess it kind of worked out. Did a couple years of months of payments, and then a go-kart. So I guess that kind of worked out. Kids like the go-kart, as long as I could keep it running. But I don't know. My life's been hell, one thing after another. This is why I work on this kind of stuff. It keeps me sane, occupied. Everybody needs a hobby, and I'm just ranting on.